Well, I'm Tyler. I do vocals in Noisem. We're from Baltimore, Maryland.
You're opening the show. Talk a little about the tour.
It's been really fun so far. Dudes in Skeleton Witch and Partake were really nice and treated us very well. Besides the problems that we've gone through with the van and everything so far on this tour, but we've been getting decent crowds definitely every night, which is fantastic and what I was hopefully expecting from us opening. But it's been really fun so far.
That's awesome. What kind of issues did you have with your van?
Yesterday, while we were in Quebec City, our van just suddenly stopped working. So today we had the mechanic had to replace the water cooler and put a new starter in, which ran us back a little bit. But we're here now, so that's all that really matters, I guess.
Very cool. Now, I heard you guys listen to your stuff. It's such a pure, I guess, brand of late 80s, early 90s crossover grind, death grind, thrash grind.
Thank you.
A lot of people attempt to throw back with the style, either throwback thrash or throwback death, but it seems you guys have really nailed it. What do you think accounts for the fact that you almost tapped into this, pure essence that once was, and that then ceased to be for a couple decades, and now you're kind of bringing it back? How did you tap into that vein?
I think it's more just like we didn't really set out to make like a certain kind of record. It's just what we wanted to write and what we were listening to at the moment, like Terrorize or Repulsion, old Cannibal Corpse, old thrash and everything, Dark Angel bands like that, and just attempting to write something that heavy but not actually set out to write anything specific. And I guess it makes it more organic in some ways, which is what we really set out to do. And really happy with the response everybody's had for the record, and hopefully we can make the next one even better.
Yeah. Now you're on 839 Records. 10 years ago, you would have maybe gotten signed to Relapse if you're lucky, or probably a tinier label. I know the Dom's label is really hands-on.
That's what we like. We like being in control of everything, and actually, Dom lives 5 minutes away from all of us, so we can actually go there if we want to do something, talk to him about it. It's nothing like we have to call him on the phone, wait while he's dealing with other bands. I mean, Harley pretty much runs the label with him right now, our drummer, and helps him do mail orders and everything, so it's much easier, and we can set out what we want to do, tell him what we want to do, and he'll try to hook it up pretty much. And that's the one thing that we pretty much want. And Dom has been so helpful with us, and one of the few people that has actually been so just trying to push us to do different things, and I have nothing but love and respect for that man.
Well,
love you, Dom.
Thanks to his, devotion to you guys and so many other great bands, the underground gets stronger.
Definitely.
And it's one less label horror story to hear.
Exactly.
So many labels, even the small ones, hear horror stories. But I haven't heard one about 839 yet.
Not at all. 'Cause he knows what you want to do, and if a band wants to do something, he's not going to say no, pretty much. And that's the best thing you can have from a label, just complete power over your art or your music and everything without someone telling you no. And we never experienced that, because 839 is the first label that we're on, but we've heard so many stories of other labels just taking full control of bands, and very, very glad we haven't experienced that yet.
A bit about, I guess, how you see power and control in society at large, outside of the music scene, and how you feel maybe your music is a bit of a revolt, if anything at all, but just how you see power manifesting in society.
I wouldn't necessarily say we're attempting to revolt, I guess, but I don't know, just so many fucked up situations going on right now. Just I don't know. I don't know what to say. Sorry, you can cut this off here.
No, it's cool. What are some of the fucking things you see around? What are the things that you see that piss you off that are going on around the world, either your friends or, you know, locally or abroad?
Let me give you one example in our city of Baltimore. Our mayor, Sheila Dixon, she's more concerned about having fucking Grand Prix races instead of attempting to put money in to try to fix up bad neighborhoods and getting the drugs and stopping. Well, not saying that you can stop that completely, but just attempting to fix up the city and everything. But instead of trying to do that, she wants to have fucking races downtown. She wants to have fucking NASCAR races instead of trying to fix up our fucking city. And that's, I guess, one example that I see locally that fucks me up. And just, there's better things to be concerned about that are currently happening in our local governments and our like national governments that aren't being fixed at all whatsoever. And I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, look, say this year we have the Grand Prix here. The roads are falling apart. People are poor. People are broke.
They don't want to fix that.
No, because that's a little harder to fix. I mean, it's still harder to fix.
It's not. I'm not necessarily saying that you can fix that completely, but there's things that you can do to attempt to stop them to a certain bit. But no, people don't want to do that.
I guess if they create like tourist attractions,
yeah,
it'll, you know, pay them back. But if they give money to people who are hungry, they won't get any money back.
Yeah, that's true. And it's all about making money. Yeah. And that's why, again, happening in Baltimore, that our mayor was named the worst mayor in all of the United States, because there's more concern about making tourist attractions and fixing up the harbor and everything than making neighborhoods like Berea or things like that nicer. Which, I mean, like, again, they're neighborhoods that you can fix and you try to attempt to, like, stop harm and murder that is going on in those neighborhoods, but there's not as much concern for that as there fucking, just sickening. Yeah. That's all you can really say.
Yep. Tell me about it, man. You know?
Do you mind if I smoke?
All good. No, please. This is, you know, we're not anti anything really.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Check it out.
Wish. Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Really, yeah? Yeah, it's a whole warning policy there. I mean, do you feel that works? Do you feel it's effective for deterring people to smoke?
I mean, if you're addicted to cigarettes, you already know the harm that is going to happen to you, so I guess not. But it's a funny thing to look at, I guess. I wasn't expecting to see that. And I guess it stops kids from going into a store and buying them if they fucking see a picture of an eyeball getting stabbed with a fucking needle. Maybe they won't want to smoke. Yeah. But we don't have that. Right. Is there like a big thing about that in Canada, attempting to like get people to stop smoking with those images, or is it just like a certain general's warning kind of?
I mean, it's general's warning, obviously.
Yeah. I was just wondering.
And it's getting bigger and bigger on the packs every year. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, people still smoke a lot. Yeah. And
you can't really stop that.
No. The government profits off both ends. The government's profiting off people quitting, off people dying, off sales of tobacco.
Again, that goes back to the power thing. People are making money off people dying and people living. Yeah. It's like, either way they're going to make money. If you smoke cigarettes, it's going to come back, and if you stop smoking cigarettes, it's going to come back with people quitting. And just, whether it is buying nicotine patches or buying cigarettes. They're still going to make money off taxes.
When the same guy owns the system, the same few companies own the whole system, it doesn't matter how you vote with your dollar.
Yeah. They're going to get money regardless.
Yeah. But I guess at that point, it's the matter of looking out for yourself. You know, it's better. Like, if you feel like smoking, then you go for it. But if you want to stop, do it for yourself. You know what I mean?
I've been thinking about stopping anyway, because my voice is just getting too fucked up at this point.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can't be on tours just screaming every night and just chain smoking. I mean, I could, but I'm going to sound like this.
Yeah. That's cool. So, Baltimore, worst mayor in the United States.
Yep.
There's a lot of Baltimore bands that I've loved over the years. Mm-hmm. Maryland Hardcore, Next Step Up. fucking Maryland. Is Criminal Element from Maryland?
Not sure.
Elements, members of Misery Index.
Yeah, and maybe them, because Misery Index is from Annapolis, I believe. I live in Baltimore, but
oh, cool.
From Annapolis. I'm pretty sure. I don't really know those guys too much.
Okay, cool. Together We Fall. This is Bruce Gregg from Next Step Up and stuff. So, big fan of hardcore. I think Baltimore makes some great fucking hardcore. So, are there any other things that so this magazine for me, Shed My Skin represents overcoming a struggle. I've been through a lot of struggles to get to this point right now in my life. Yeah. While coming back and doing this, helping out bands, get some, publicity and stuff like that, because I love this kind of music. This kind of shit saved my life, so I just want to get back to it,
Yeah, exactly.
So I've been through a lot of fucking struggles over the years, especially as the last 4 years, since I was out of the scene. What kind of struggles have you been through in recent years? You've had to work through to get to where you are today?
Do you mind if I get personal?
It's fine.
I was raised by my father and my brother, pretty much my grandparents, because my mom abandoned me when I was 10 years old. So basically I just had to get through that my whole life, just growing up lower middle class, but just the best of us have, I love my father, I love my brother, I love my family, but just having to get through those kind of things, and just when it comes to music, I guess, just playing back-end clubs and then now touring with Black Dahlia Merch. I guess it's a big step up in where we started, because I joined the band last year. I'm not an original member of the band, but didn't write on the first album, but been writing everything with Sebastian and Harley and the new stuff, and just attempting to get through what is put down on us when it comes musically and everything, just writing new stuff, I guess. When it comes to that musically, I said, I don't really want to get too personal.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that. It gets to the point where I would sound like I'm complaining.
I mean, you'd be surprised, man. This kind of music is all about being, straight up and real. Yeah. And I mean, if you don't want to talk personal stuff, that's cool. But I mean, look, a lot of your fans, a lot of fans of this kind of music, people in general go through a lot of shit.
Yeah, of course.
And it's important for them to see that artists who they look up to also go through human problems.
Yeah. I mean, we've all dealt with them. Yeah. I personally dealt with abandonment and just through a lot of shit with my mom. She's a crack smoker, and just having to deal with that my whole life and me abandoning her. But my family, like I said, my father and my brother have always helped me out with that, and Aunt Jane. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you. You want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I did a photo shoot with Jeff Walker from Carcass the other day, and Carcass was the band that when I was 10 years old, my aunt, I brought her Reek Putrefaction and Wake Up and Smell the Carcass, and she looks at the covers and she's like, "You're not buying this." And then I finally I called her the other day and I was like, "You remember that one time when we were in New York City and I tried to buy those 2 CDs that you wouldn't let me buy?" And I was like, I'm meeting that guy. I was just so special to me, I guess. And just, I don't know, everything's been really great recently. I've just been enjoying life, but just much better than I have in recent years, and that's a great thing for me, I think. And I'm sure all people have dealt with that, just going in and out of just dealing with depression and coming back, but that's what the process I'm going through right now, I guess, just trying to be happier and doing tours with people in my band that I absolutely love. It's been fantastic for me, definitely.
Awesome. Talk briefly about your thoughts and your experience with depression, because so many people go through it. A lot of young people, especially nowadays, go through it. Mm-hmm. Something people can maybe, I don't know, relate to, or say with your experience, just about your experience with that.
Just dealing with thoughts of not being good enough, being put down, just not thinking that I'm ever going to bounce back and that nothing I do is important, I guess, and just that kind of stuff. And I've been dealing with that for a long time. It runs in my family, and just been trying to deal with that, I guess. Not to be too preachy or anything, but just attempting to cope with things that I've gone through my life, and just, I don't know, just not thinking I'm good enough, like I said. Just, but I've definitely bounced back from that now. I go through like bouts of depression and everything, and but recently, again, like I said, I've been really happy with everything that's been going on, and like people have been helping me out, and been going on these tours, and just definitely become a lot happier. Regardless, I miss you a lot. I miss you, Billy. And being.
That's super sweet.
Yeah, I know.
Mad respect.
Thank you
for being upfront, for being real. It takes balls to be real.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't think I have them.
There you go. So lastly, any words of wisdom to the young people out there who are struggling, going through shit in their lives of any sort? Any kind of, because you've been through a lot of crap yourself, any kind of, words of wisdom for them?
Just get through it right now. Don't think that it's never going to get better, because at some point, if you trudge through it, it will get better. And just keep convincing yourself that what you do, what you love, will make you bounce back. And one day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the next year, things will get better, and you can trudge through them. And that's just me speaking from what's happening to me personally, and you just have to deal with it pretty much. But don't think it's the end, because it's not.
Cool. Lastly, what's next for your awesome band Noisem, and then we're out?
Write a new record. Write just something that hopefully will top the first one. Hopefully people will like it, and it's going to be somewhat new, because with the first record, lyrically, I guess we were writing more about like horror and fantasy stuff, but now that I'm writing lyrics, I've been writing for more like an emotional and literary level, rather than caring more about the lyrics and the music, and trying to just write something different but still similar to what we have done. Just keep going on tours, keep getting good responses, and just have fun. Hopefully.
Well, you're a good dude. Great
Thank you,
band.
I appreciate it.
And we come in now and catch your set, because I can't wait to see you guys live.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate it, dude.
Thanks again for your time, bro.
Of course.